The 86th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Hundreds of riders exposed on the road, caught off guard because it's Black Hills. It's supposed to be a very volatile area for weather. I'm not saying that they're controlling the weather like chemtrails and things like that. It's not like there's a document out there from the Air Force that says owning the weather by 2025 where they can make shit happen out of the blue. I'm not saying that. This is completely natural, completely normal, right? As is all weather. And of course, we're the ones that cause the weather problems, us, right? That's why they want to do the carbon footprint. You got to be a special kind of stupid or a 70-year-old troll that likes to appear in the comment section every now and then to believe that shiznit. Of course they control the weather. Of course there's the technology's out there. You got to be a special kind of retard to think that all this is just normal. Now, what they'll do is they'll take whatever your area is prone to naturally and they'll enhance that. Like if your area is prone to hurricanes, well, hell far. They'll make sure you're going to get some humdinger of hurricanes, right? And if your area is prone to fires, well, they're going to make sure to make it happen on a big scale, bigger scale than what normally would happen. But I digress at any rate. We have this Sturgis 86th annual Sturgis rally. And, well, even the motorcyclists, the Sturgis attendees on their motorcycles, they're like, I've never seen anything like this before. And they've been around a block a time or two, right, for a while. Let's take a look at this. Point click. What did he just say? I never seen anything like this. Never seen anything like this. He said, holy crap.
Holy crap. 50 miles an hour? I will.
He said if I gotta go 10 to 15 miles an hour, I will.
I will. Wow. If I gotta stop to the side, I will. But I'm the first one to cross over this.
Nice and cold.
It's like 32 degrees, bro.
It's like 32 degrees, bro, in the summertime. I'm showing that to you because you even heard the one of the Sturgis bikers. He's like, "You ever seen anything like this? I never seen anything like this. They never see anything like it." And they go here every year. This is the 86th annual Sturgis rally. So I thought that was mighty peculiar. Don't be a troll out there. I can see trolls right now. Oh, thumbs down. Listen, this is just normal. This is everything. This is just Mother Nature. This happens all the time. You don't know what you're talking. Back off, trolls. That's all I gotta say. It's not normal. None of our weather is normal. None of it's normal. It's all controlled. All right. Air Force document owning the weather by 2025, and I've been seeing a lot of these channels showing these. I think I might have shown one recently. These data center meetings where the counts where the people are winning, right? And then a few days later, in other words, they'll have these data center. They'll have these city meetings, and the people go up there and they're fighting against data centers, and they're saying their piece for a couple of minutes, and then the next person says their piece and says we don't want data centers, and then all of a sudden they're doing a vote, the city council, and they go, you know what? We heard you people. You're right. We're not going to have data centers. And then a couple of days later, a storm rolls in and levels a lot of that area that they planned on doing data centers in anyway. Do you understand that? So I thought that was mighty peculiar in Clown World. Well, let's take a look at other stuff that's going on. As much as a douche I think RFB is in a lot of ways, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's bringing a lot of the proof of what's going on in this world, and with the data centers. Let's take a look at this, followed by a storm, before we go into the next thing in Clown World.
Residents could soon get a say on a controversial data center project. Today, the Ohio Supreme Court ruled in favor of people there who are fighting for the right to put the issue before voters.
The dispute centers on a development deal between the Village of Asheville and EdgeConneX. This comes after village officials tried to move the project forward as an emergency. 10 TV's Ava Hedges spoke with an expert about how we got here and what this ruling could mean for communities across Ohio.
Part of this ruling is that when the voters challenge a decision of local government can't simply wish it away.
In April, Asheville's Village Council made an agreement with the company EdgeConneX for the construction of 2 data centers.
They tried to declare this an emergency, and the Supreme Court asked the question, well, what's the emergency?
Asheville residents responded by getting signatures to challenge the resolution and got 669 signatures. That's more than they needed to put the referendum on the ballot. Corey Westman is a local advocate, and he says to see things like this happen, voters need to be bold.
Don't back down easy. Stand toe-to-toe with your elected officials.
Niven says doing this
removes the city officials as a hurdle.
He says the battle isn't over yet.
This doesn't stop data centers, and it doesn't quite put this ballot question forward on the ballot.
But
what it removes is a roadblock to the ballot question.
Which means
if they make the ballot, then the decision of whether they're going to build these data centers will be in the hands of the residents.
I asked Niven what this means statewide. He says voters will learn they do have a voice.
Local governments aren't going to be able to simply ignore the will of the voters. They're not going to be able to stifle them.
In Columbus, Ava Hedges, 10 TV News.
So 6 days ago, the Ohio Supreme Court actually stood with the citizens against the data centers. And then 4 days after that, massive storm leaves Columbus with widespread damage and power outages. Isn't that crazy? Central Ohio woke up to what looked like a fairly normal August morning Tuesday, and then around 10 a.m. the sky turned dark and things got very bad very quickly. Yeah, that's what owning the weather looks like. It looks like this. They're making storms, they're conjuring storms up like we have never seen before, ever. You see what I'm saying? Oh.
Just like that biker said, I've never seen anything like this. The biker in Sturgis, remember that? I've just played that. He said, have you ever seen anything like this? I've never seen anything like this. Yeah.
Ohio stands with the citizenry, and next thing you know, just 2 days later, they get hit with a storm on what looked like an average day.
It is right there. Look very closely. You see the camera get worse.
Oh,
did you see that car?
Yes. Sure did.
The wind literally blew it over and flipped it over.
Oh, wow.
Right there in that moment.
Remember that? Just days, 3 days after the Supreme Court stands with the Ohio citizens against data centers, and then this happens. Storms that are literally flipping cars Once in a while,
One
wind can
car.
get so bad on
Notice
the
it
highway
was
that
one car. The other cars are fine. It was just one car. Come on, that's weird.
It'll tip over an 18-wheeler, because an 18-wheeler is a giant rolling billboard and they're always empty. I've seen it before. But picking a car
18 wheels are always empty? That doesn't make any sense.
up and shooting it across 3 lanes of traffic, that would be geoengineering. That is their reply. If they can't get it, they'll just take it. Because like I mentioned before, everybody got on this bandwagon a little too late. Nobody really noticed the amount of data centers.
This is clown world at its finest, or opposite of finest. This bad influencer. He's an influencer, but they're saying he's a bad influencer because his name is Peter Mossfield, and they're calling him a bad influencer because he tried to gain fame by attempting to become an alcoholic and take steroids, no weightlifting at all, no exercise at all, and then enter a bodybuilding contest. This is world insane. He didn't come in last place because he didn't work out. You know, because bodybuilders, they work out plus they take steroids. He came in last place. Well, I'll let you know after you watch the video real quick. This is crazy. Peter Mossfield. He doesn't even cut his hair. Look at the hair. This has got to be a friggin' comedy sketch. Now, I will admit, he's in good shape for a guy that's drinking around the clock, 24 drinks a day. In his defense, he cut down like 4 weeks out of the competition. He cut down to 12 drinks a day and taking steroids. I mean, you see some muscle there. Look at that, traps and all that. Not quite as big or chiseled as these guys, but he's holding his own considering he's not working out. Let's take a look. This is hysterical. First, press the pause button. Take a look. That's me right there, and that's not a lot of. Well, it's quite a few people, but not the majority are in this bracket. It's quite a few that are in this bracket, but the majority are down here. Which one were you during the scamdemic? Now back to this guy, the bad influencer. Look at Peter Mossfield.
Welcome back, everyone. It's now day 12 doing gear and not lifting to see if I can still get ripped. And we've got 2 big updates. Number 1, great physique update for today, only 12 days. And number 2, I finally talked to...
He's wearing a Marlboro hat to boot. This can't be for real, boy.
And it's now day 12 doing gear and not lifting to see if I can still get ripped. And we've got 2 big updates. Number 1, great physique update for today, only 12 days. And number 2, I finally talked to the guy that gave me stuff, figured out exactly what it was I was taking. It's the trembolone type thing. It's like the anabolic, I guess. And then there's obviously TRT. And then there's one other thing that's like a preventative, like against side effects, which has been great because I've had basically no side effects except the shaft thing. But as you know, I have not been working out.
The shaft thing.
And I'm still seeing some gains, but my calves are going crazy because obviously I can't help but train them every single day. I walk around, I do stuff, they're getting work every single day, and they're going nuts. There's like no way to properly pose this, but come on.
Not bad, I'll tell you. The guy's 100.
Not even 2 weeks in.
He looks like he's 160 pounds soaking wet, so he's got good sized calves. 5 months. I would be in an emergency room. There's no way I'd make it 5 months doing this, and not lifting. I do this, but I only drink tree, not 24 a day. Shit. And I do a hell of a lot of this and cardio. A hell of a lot of this, a lot of cardio. The rebounder. I do a lot of exercise, work out in the yard, and I don't do this. And I try to eat as clean as possible. Let's take a look. Hit him on the stage.
And face front.
Not bad at all. I mean, he could be like the Frank Zane. Well, Frank Zane was really chiseled, but Frank Zane wasn't massive. He was a big guy for his stature. But, he's, look at this. This is not working out 5 months. Not working, but on steroids, and he's brewsking it up, drinking it up. He still looks. I mean, this is Beachbody ready. Are you kidding me? This is like what was Charles Atlas? Was that his name? Something like that in the comic book days. Kind of that physique. Let's take a look.
Thank you.
This is Clown World. Are you ready? All right. Listen. Generation Iron. I guess that's a magazine. Generation Iron. This guy was last place, but not for what you might think. After prejudging, there were several hours before the finals. Mossfield said he used that time to drink. Again, according to Generation Iron, who's reporting this information, after prejudging, there were several hours before the evening finals. Mossfield, the bad influencer guy you just saw, said he used that time to brewsk it up, to drink it up. He claimed his alcohol tolerance had fallen because he had been drinking less during the final weeks of his bodybuilding prep. According to Mossfield, he had averaged fewer than 12 drinks a day over the previous 4 weeks, as opposed to 24 drinks a day for a bulk of the 5 months. He lost track of time, and by the time he realized what happened, Mossfield said he missed the finals, an individual posing portion of the competition, and so he got last place by default. He showed up on the stage, as you just saw, last minute, but he didn't get his final individual posing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get that in. Final individual posing. He didn't get that in. So there is that. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But I thought that was funny in this edition of Clown World, which I do every once in a while. I don't know what I'm going to call this video. I think I got one more. All right, so I'm going to show you this. Flock announces changes amid backlash over its license plate reader network. Let's take a look. Thousands of law enforcement agencies in 49 states can search and share Flock's data across jurisdictions to aid their investigations. The noose is tightening, and Flock is not accurate. But also, that aside, there are like 10 companies that are doing this. It's not just Flock. All right? And they're embedded in things like, I mentioned this before, garbage trucks, other government vehicles. Where's your proof? Where's your proof? Do you hope? Okay. If you doubt that they're doing this, you're a complete moron. If you doubt that the all-seeing eye of Lucifer is all around us, being built around us, you're a friggin' idiot troll of the, more often than not, that it was appearing in the comment section, the 70-year-old variety. 70-year-old retard. But let's take a look at this. All right? Headline USA. Got my reading glasses on. Got to have my blue light blocking glasses on, so it's a double whammy. Flock Safety, the surveillance technology company, increasingly under scrutiny from lawmakers from both parties, civil liberties advocates, and citizens across the U.S., announced Thursday that it's making changes to its platform intended to quell privacy concerns and address documented abuses of its systems by members of law enforcement. They're basically saying, okay, we heard you. We're going to just, we're checking that. Law enforcement is abusing our technology? Seriously? Okay, well, we're going to check into that, and we're going to, try to mitigate this and make everything more kosher. It's all evil. Law enforcement, it's all corrupt. It's all bad news. In an interview, Flock CEO Garrett Langley said many of the product changes will make what were once optional guardrails mandatory for its users to implement by January 1st. So they gave guardrails, but it was option. I guess it was option. It was an optional for users in law enforcement, or that they used to be called. I guess they're still called police, but it seems like that they changed the name to law enforcement because, well, whatever law that they pass, it could be unconstitutional. These New World Order popos will follow and enforce, right? They'll enforce, right? Whereas before, they were more of the serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law. Right, RoboCop? Decades ago, they were more like the top of the morning to you, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. O'Reilly, or whatever. They were more personable, and they were more like a protector of your rights. I'm talking about way back. But when they change it, it seems like to law enforcement, it means whatever law or policy. That's what police is. Policies. They're enforcing policies. All right? That's not even... Is that even a thing? You're enforcing policies. Isn't that why they call them police? Policy? Anyway, I could be off on that, but I don't think so. Law enforcement, whatever law that they pass, they'll enforce. It doesn't matter because they're order followers. These are New World Order followers, what you got for popos. And if the law isn't constitutional, that popo doesn't give a rat's ass. And if that popo does, that popo ain't going to do shit. No good cops out there whatsoever to stand up against the bad cops. None. And I used to be a big back the blue guy. Not so much, especially after 2020. Fact that noise, and especially what I'm seeing with channels like Here's the Deal, Southern Law Drawl. What is it? There's another one that I watched. He's good, out of Virginia, but I can't remember the name of it. I watch a lot of these footage of and these auditor channels. A lot of footage of how corrupt. It's bad. It's bad. These New World Order cops can't wait to give you the beat down. When they get the go-ahead for the New World Order, like if there was another fake virus out there in lockdown and you protested the lockdown, yeah, they want another round of that. But I digress. At any rate, here's Flock saying they're going to change. They gave these users, like the popos users of these of the Flock system, guardrails. It was optional, but now Flock says we're going to make sure that these guardrails are put in place. You should have done that from the get-go, Geico. This is insane. As a matter of fact, Flock shouldn't even be a thing. None of this should be a thing. No cameras anywhere surveillancing us. How about we surveillance them? They like to check out where we go to and fro. How about we? When the table's going to be turned where you film them or surveillance? When is the people's cameras going up? When is the people's cameras going to start checking out their license plates and whenever they go to and fro and point A to point B and tracking every little damn thing? Huh? It's ridiculous. All this ridiculous. None of this should be a thing. None of it should be a thing. But here we are, because when you don't, none of this will get stopped until it's stopped. That's what I'm trying to say. So Flock's Remedy says, oh, our customers who own the data of these cameras that they use, Flock, which says its customers own the data that the cameras record, is shortening the retention of the data from a month, 30 days, to 7 days. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Do you believe this beast system is really going to make good on it? You really think the beast system is going to go, well, we heard you people. We just heard you. Yeah, we heard you. And we just understand. I feel your pain. We're going to, here's how I'm going to help you. We're going to take the 30-day retention of the information and videos and all that and Flock cameras, 30 days. We'll just reduce that to 7 days as all the data centers go up, right? Right? I'm sure the wording and all this shit in the background is like, this shit will be transferred to data center. I mean, it's just insane. I don't give a damn what they say. They're not going to damn work with the people and bend towards the people. They're not. It's not. I don't care what they say. But according to Flock, it said it will allow data to be preserved for longer when it is evidence tied to a case number. Oh, well, there you go. Tied to a case number, then the evidence, then the retention of the information will stand. You know, this is just a big shit sandwich. Everyone's going to take a bite. I don't care what they say. I don't care if they say, you know what? Our Flock camera information is 30 days we retain it, and then all of a sudden just magically gets deleted. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying. They're acting like, well, we record you, but after 30 days, it just magically disappears. But to make you feel better, we'll just reduce that 30 days to 7 days. Unless these videos that we're recording are tied to a case number. And it could be a faulty case, could be made up. Don't forget AI, deep fakes. They can make shit up and take your face or whatever and create a video and make it look like you did something that you didn't do. Are you JKing me? This is bad, man. This is bad. I don't care what they say. Can't trust it.